Welcome to the Wellness Witches Whimsy Podcast, your go-to sanctuary where magic meets mindfulness and holistic health gets real.
Join us, your hosts, Shade and Vanessa, as we dive deep into the realms of real life, trauma healing, whole foods, and the profound connection between mind, body, and soul. Hello, beautiful people. We are so excited to be with you today.
Yes, another beautiful Monday.
Heck yes. And today we are actually recording on a Monday.
Yes.
So we can attest to how gorgeous it is here in Wisconsin anyways.
Yes, it is. Beautiful sunshine, 40 degrees. It's like a heat wave.
I mean, seriously, it feels like spring. Like right now, if we would have had this like in March, everybody would be in like t-shirts and shorts.
Oh yeah. That's the typical Wisconsin. Like, oh, let's get the grill out in our shorts.
Heck yeah.
And thanks for being patient with our, life happened.
Yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
did.
I think this has been one of the busiest weeks that we have had collectively.
Yeah. It's
kind of been like one thing after the other.
But it's good. And we wanted to get together on the weekend and we both had things going on and it was like, no, we have to take care of these things.
Yeah. And
everybody will understand.
Yeah. Because what we did was we prioritized ourselves and our family.
Yeah.
And I think that had we not done that, the podcast episode wouldn't have been a little lackluster.
Yeah. And I could tell, like, I feel good today. I feel restored. I got that time with my family, got things done at my house.
Absolutely.
Now I feel good.
Yeah, for sure. And like we got to come back into the space. I do think that there's something about our space that like rejuvenates our like creativity, like our desire to have like renewal.
Yeah.
It definitely has to be all of the beautiful lives.
It does. There's so many great people. There's so much energy just flowing in this building.
I agree. Yeah. I got to spend the entire morning listening to our friend Leah. She has sound healing.
Yes.
And so I got serenaded this morning by a client of hers who was doing a music lesson.
Oh.
And it was actually a song that I love, but I'm like a total 90s dork, so,
Who isn't? I think we all are 90s dorks. Like,
for sure.
The best.
It was the best. Yeah, so I got to listen to that, and then after she was doing sound healing, and it like we have all of the doors open, and that's how I got to do all of my morning stuff.
That's really nice.
So like I feel like residual healing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so for sure. So we got to drink our teas. We took some chocolate mushrooms. Yeah, and that has helped us stay focused.
Yeah, I do feel really energized and focused.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Alice Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use code Soul Revival 15, you get 15% off of your order. I will comment that in our thing and I'll link it up for you. But they have stuff for sleep. They have stuff for focus and energy. And then they have intimacy mushrooms. And I'll attest to all three. They're pretty freaking fantastic.
I can attest to two. I've been doing the sleep one and I have had some good, solid sleep.
For sure.
A sleep fast, stay asleep the whole night, wake up feeling good.
And rejuvenated.
And rejuvenated. Like I got a nice night's sleep.
Absolutely.
And then what did I do this morning? Oh, I coached Legends, my favorite class, 55 and up, and they were doing jump rope today. They're so badass. Like I tell them all the time, I'm like, I need to record you so I can show you off to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, how cool. One lady, there was a birthday today. And so she was 66. And I was like, usually we do burpees if it's I don't know if you know this yet, but if it's your birthday at our gym, I think it's a CrossFit thing.
It must be a CrossFit thing.
If it's your birthday, you're doing however old you are burpees.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, ladies, we'll do air squats. I'm not going to kill you with the burpees, but it's just something fun to do. You all start doing it together and it's really enjoyable. Yeah.
So everybody in the gym does the burpees?
Well, it's supposed to be the birthday person. Okay. And then usually people are like, well, how old are you? Because Let me see how many
How
burpees
many do I have
yeah.
to do?
So you'll see people like gathering in. I usually try to join in. I think it's
Yeah,
fun.
I think I would totally do that too. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and fun fact, since Shade's talking about her lovely 55 and older group, so we actually lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass after the age of 30. So each year you're losing that much muscle mass. So just like imagine, like you're however old you are, it's never too late to start. But the sooner you start building muscle and retaining your muscle and understanding the importance of movement and strength training, the better it is.
Yeah.
And muscles burn fat. You want to have muscles so that you're in a constant state of burning your calories in a more efficient manner. So, like for these ladies that are in your class or gentlemen who are in your class, they're moving their bodies in such a sustainable way that they can do real life.
Yeah.
Right? So, like when they're 80, 90, 100, they're going to be 80, 90, and 100 years young.
Yeah.
And not old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some of them have had a bone density test, and their bone density is improving from doing this weight training.
Absolutely.
So it's really nice. Some people, it's hard to see it with yourself of like the improvement. And I think at that older age, it's really hard to see changes.
Yeah.
It's more like, yeah, can I move without being in pain today? Which is a great thing. Like I want all my people to be pain-free if they can be.
Absolutely.
But to see it when you go to the doctor and see on the paper, like, oh, this is increasing, and for the doctor to see it, and it just is so reassuring and like just so fun to say, like, hey, I am increasing my bone, like, and I'm getting older, think not everything has to be a plateau just because you're getting older or a decline. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think the stigma against being older, the lack of confidence in people's ability to do things, like it's such a and I want to say that it's a more an American stigma than it is in some of our other countries in the world, right? Because like all of a sudden you're 60 and now you're considered old. What the heck?
Yeah.
Not
Showing them. Okay.
Well, we're back.
Something just happened with the internet.
I'm gonna hope that
the 7 minutes are still there.
I think the 7 minutes are still there. I'm gonna hope that I can edit this appropriately. If for whatever reason our listeners or viewers see some oddity, it's because our internet decided to go down for a moment, but it's back up, and we're gonna continue on.
We just looked at each other like, what? What's happening?
Listen, it's okay. Clearly, we must be done with that conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So I think just remember that you're never too old to start something new, regardless of what that looks like. And I think we're just going to move on.
Yeah, I like that. Sounds great.
Okay. So today, we were talking about giving you guys some tips and tricks for going into the winter season. So we're in December now. We're past Thanksgiving. Winter is upon us. And for those of you who are in like the colder climates right now, we just wanted to give you guys a reminder and to validate some feelings, validate your emotions, validate the way that your body has to be feeling now that we've gone into the colder section. So we were talking, and it's kind of been a theme this last week. We were talking about how like wintertime is the time to like pause. It's the time to rest. Like if we were going to be honoring our bodies in the most wholesome form, that would entail us slowing down, right? So our days get shorter, although the notion of time is abstract as it is. But historically speaking, like we're talking about before the modern times, before the Industrial Revolution, people naturally slowed down. They went to bed earlier. They ate heartier foods because they didn't have grocery store access. They didn't have access to strawberries in the middle of December. They ate heartily to sustain their bodies. So these are like some of the things that we've like gone away from.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because like I can eat a salad in December, and I would have never ate a salad in December, 200 years ago.
No.
And when we talk about our bodies, this is something for my clients who are listening, they're going to be like, I know what she's about to say. But I say this frequently because I don't think that it really resonates with us the way that it should. But and when I say this, I mean, scientifically speaking, evolutionarily speaking, our bodies have not caught up to 2024. Like the age of modernization, the internet age, all of these things that we're experiencing has happened in warp speed in comparison to what our body knows to be true. Like, so when we have stress from work, our bodies don't say, oh, she's just having a hard day because she can't get the internet to work. Instead, her body's going, she's stressed out. There must be a lion chasing her. She's 2 seconds away from being eaten. We have to hurry up and drive all of her cortisol levels up. The adrenaline needs to be pumping. We got to get away from that lion.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, our bodies, scientifically, naturally, physically, they don't understand the differences of what we're experiencing now because they haven't caught up to 2024. So I say this, and I always tell my clients that because it's one of the things that I say, like, remember, you have to give your body grace because our bodies are like, we're not supposed to be sitting from 9 to 5. We're not supposed to be awake at 8 o'clock at night on December 9th cleaning our house. So like being intentional about resting, being intentional about the foods that you're putting in your body. We have some herbs that are our favorite herbs for winter. So I figured we could talk about that, and we'll include this in our comment section as well. But we're gonna go through we have 8 herbs that we kind of like pinpointed to be like the best herbs for supporting you through the winter time. So Shay, do you want to talk about a couple of them right off the bat?
Echinacea.
Yep, echinacea.
So the first one is echinacea. This is known for immune boosting properties, and it can be helpful for preventing, shortening the duration of your colds or flus.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Perfect for the winter season.
Yeah, for sure. And echinacea is one that like is kind of like that lost thing that not a lot of people do anymore.
No.
And like I will have echinacea at least a couple times a week. Probably it would be beneficial for me to do it more than that, but it's kind of like oh yeah, I need to take some more echinacea.
See, this is one that I have not added, but I learn something new every day too.
Heck yeah.
So I'm going to try it. So my question would be, how would it's an herb. So am I going to do like tea or?
Yeah. So I would say the best modality would be tea, right? If this tea, so what I find is that people don't really like the taste of echinacea. It is like more of like a strong, spicy taste to it. But you can
So my mom would probably like it.
She would love it.
She's the weirdest when you're like, people are like, ugh. Okay.
That's so funny. I mean, of course, we need one.
Yeah, we need one.
So I would say, if you can handle it, put a little bit of unsweetened coconut milk, unsweetened almond milk with it. Put some organic, raw, unfiltered honey, some organic maple syrup in it. Give it a little bit of sweetness.
What a difference. Like, I know everybody, you get hung up on like, oh, I put cream or I put sugar, and just the honey and syrup, how they're so good. Like just adding those for a sweetener. Yeah. And that's like a huge step people can take that really is a minimal step. Like, absolutely. Make a huge difference, but really it's really a small step. Getting some local honey. Yeah. There's lots of it in this town.
Right. Well, and finding locally sourced honey helps you boosts your immune system. It boosts your ability to be desensitized from the allergens in your environment. And honey is amazing. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial. It literally helps with so many different things.
Yeah.
Maple syrup has lots of antioxidants. So if you're going to sweeten something, why not sweeten it with something that also honors and supports your body?
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. So yeah, and echinacea is one of those. The other thing is that you could take supplements, which are fine. But remember, when you're taking supplements, oh, here's another fun fact. If you take supplements that are coated in plastic, your body can't absorb it.
Yeah.
You're literally just pooping it right out.
Yeah.
There's no purpose to it.
And that I can just imagine how many people, like, you think you're doing something good for your body.
Right. You want to.
You want to. Yeah, you want to, you think you are, and then it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you almost made this product good.
Yeah.
Almost. And then the one thing that's gonna not even benefit you and not help
in any capacity. You're just throwing your money away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing, so I don't know about other countries, but here in America, because the FDA doesn't regulate our supplements, there's no regulation on our supplements. Yeah. The conditions of the factories that they're made, the condition of the herb itself, the way that they produce it, the way that they process it, all of those different things aren't regulated in any capacity. So unless you're finding a super reputable company, you don't know what you're putting in your body.
Oh, side note, Eric told me, my boyfriend, that he heard the FDA is now going to take food dyes out of America.
Yay!
Red, starting with red.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I haven't
we'll
heard
see
that
if
yet.
this rumor is true or if it's gonna happen, and that would be amazing.
Dude, well, that would alter like
so much.
It would actually alter the course of history for Americans because our children are so bombarded with red dyes, and that contributes to ADD and ADHD. It contributes to
one of these mothers. I just hear this video. There's a YouTube video I watched, and one of the moms said her 10-year-old, they tested different dyes with different reactions, and they were doing their own kind of journaling, like this is the things. He wanted to commit suicide.
Absolutely.
At 10 years old.
Yeah.
Every time I just say that, I think that. I know it's hard when you you don't want to be that crazy, can't have this, can't have that. Like, how is this going to honor your body? What is going to happen to you? And now that there's at least other alternatives out there where you can get some candy and still give your kids things and treats that don't have the dyes. But just hearing that sentence, my heart just breaks. Struggling kids and parents and trying to do these things for your kids and having a good life for them when there's something like that in their food that's just that's what's making them act this way and behave this way or feel that
adults.
Way. Or adult,
we're always asking ourselves what's wrong with us all of the time. Well, the answer for the majority of Americans is our food
or your environment.
I mean, goodness gracious, humans were not designed to sustain what we do in 2024 with our workload, with how we work, the technology that we have access to, the inability to just disconnect. There's so many different things that affect us in these massive ways, and we think, oh, it couldn't be that. Or no, we just have to take another pill. We just have to get over it or shake it off. But no, there is legitimacy to the way that you're feeling and why you can't shake loose. Yeah. Oh man. I sincerely hope that that's the case, because having to not have to worry about red dyes would be huge. I mean, just yellow and blue and all of those things, they're just horrid. And they don't exist in other countries.
No, it's
just America.
I know.
Nothing makes me more angry than that.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about it in previous. Oh, was that something that we talked about that didn't get aired?
I'm not sure. It might have been that our last one was kind
Was
of,
weird.
yeah.
I almost, I don't remember. Anyways, and if we haven't said it before, like the fact that companies are able to put so much junk in our crap
Yeah.
in America, but don't do that with our countries in Europe and in other countries, you just know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I won't go into that. Oh gosh, we'll jump off
Okay.
into
Yeah.
another.
Now we gotta get back to okay, number 2.
Okay, so we talk about ginger.
Ginger, yay.
Ginger is like one of my faves.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of warming properties to it, which is super amazing. Not only will it naturally boost your metabolism and give you the sensation of warmth that will help combat like the cold that you're experiencing outside, but ginger improves digestion, it improves your circulation. It actually is super effective in treating nausea. It can help fight colds. It's an anti-inflammatory. I mean, we could probably go on for days about all the benefits of ginger. And a little bit of ginger goes a long way.
Yeah.
So, like, again, ginger is a really great thing to put in your tea. Sprinkling a little bit of ginger with, like, in your soup, I think would probably be a really awesome way to also utilize it. And then just making sure that you're incorporating it in some capacity. Yeah.
I really like honey, ginger, lemon, like a tea. Like that's simple and
Easy.
delicious.
Yeah.
And your ginger, you can get it as a powder.
Yeah.
You can get a powder form. I'm sure a lot of people that's like, if you're just starting to introduce things, I would say that would be your easiest route.
Yeah, I agree.
You look at ginger when you get it whole, it can kind of be daunting. You're like, what is this?
It looks
thing?
like a little tree root.
Yeah, a little tree root thing. But easy, cut a chunk off, peel it, peel the outer, slice it, and you could put that in your for tea, add it to your soups.
Yeah. I put a little bit of ginger, like when I'm making my Asian dishes, like it's such an easy, natural thing to put in there. I do a lot of my stir fries with ginger. Yeah, I'm gonna make
And
myself
like you said, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah,
so
you
you
don't
just
have to do a
cut a
lot.
little bit. Yeah, don't need to cut a lot, and then you can save your root. Can be put in the fridge.
Yeah. Yep. You can freeze it. You can refrigerate it. I grate mine so then it's easier.
Oh, that's
it's just
a really good
bit.
idea.
Yeah. So then that way, like I don't have to worry about like chopping it or I just grate mine with like the cheese grater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
I like doing my knife cuts.
I know.
How can I make this? No.
I like something like that. Yeah.
That is great. A cheese grater. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Super easy. All right. What's
Elderberry.
Oh, elderberry is our favorite.
Yeah. It's rich in antioxidants and vitamins. It's another powerful immune boosting.
Yeah.
You can make it into a syrup.
Yep.
So that's great for treating your colds or flu or even respiratory issues. We have some here at our office. I think every one of us has a jar at home.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of shots at our house. We just have like shot glasses. I'm like, we don't drink alcohol anymore, but we're just doing shots of elderberry or shots of tart cherry juice. And so we've got our little routines like that.
Yeah.
And it's just simple. Yeah. And it tastes good.
It tastes so good.
It tastes so good.
Yeah. And for elderberry syrup, it's so easy to make it. But like putting elderberries with all of the things, cloves, star anise, the raw unfiltered honey, cinnamon sticks. I know I'm missing something else that I put in mine.
The one that Vanessa had made to me tastes like something you'd put in your apple pie.
Yeah, for sure.
Super cinnamon, really tasty. I've had other elderberry syrups that were apple cider vinegar based.
Oh yeah, and those ones are a little bit more spicy.
Yeah, Yeah.
The apple cider vinegar is awesome, so if you can handle it, may as well. Never drink apple cider vinegar alone. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. I have so many people who will just take shots of ACV. It actually will burn the lining of your esophagus. It's very, very potent. You're supposed to dilute it with a full cup of water. So that you guys know. Yeah. Don't worry. I didn't go down that road because it's disgusting. I know. I'm like, so gross. So like, yeah, well, my husband did it for freaking forever, and I was like, there's something not okay. And then I looked it up. Yeah.
Well, I'm interested because I just seen there's a new Netflix series coming out,
Oh gosh.
and this girl is saying that apple cider vinegar cured her cancer, but she also lied about having cancer.
Oh gosh.
So,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shared that one. Yeah, so that'll be
Mhm.
another interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's the problem that happens with why people don't believe in holistic healing.
Yeah.
Is because
There's somebody,
some crazy person
yeah, takes it way too far.
Yeah.
Just like the colloidal silver. I am a firm believer in
Oh,
colloidal
100%.
silver,
Yeah.
silver properties. Like
Oh,
it saved
100%.
my grandma's legs. Like I have done it, but it's all about moderation and knowing how to use something properly.
Well, and also not claiming that it's the end all
curing.
be all.
Yeah, it's not curing, it's helping um heal things a little faster, helping so the bacteria. But then there was a man that started drinking it, and now any person I bring that up to, they're like, "Don't you turn blue?" It's like,
Turn glass.
like, what are you talking about?
Let's just play the blue I'm blue song.
How would you know? I was literally thinking, I'm blue.
Yeah. No, we're not doing it. Right? Yeah. So again, yeah, but it really is about moderation. Like you would never hear Shade and I ever tell anybody, like, we know what the cure to this is.
Yeah.
Or if you do X, Y, Z, all of your problems are going to be solved. Or I know exactly how you can lose weight. You just have to do these 5 things. No, those are gimmicks.
Yeah.
And I would steer clear of anybody who claims that they have the end all be all answer.
Because none of us do.
No, we don't. And why is that?
Yeah.
Because every single person's body is different.
Yeah.
We are intricately and uniquely designed. And what works for one person is just simply not going to always work for the next person.
And it might not work for you one time, and then the next time
it could work. Yeah. And it's because your body's constantly healing, evolving, like there's so many different things that you can do. So, oh, I know. Well, I think we're going to get on our soapbox a lot today.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about rosemary. Although rosemary is often used a lot in culinary practices, not everybody understands how beneficial it is, holistically speaking. So rosemary can be known for improving your memory, which is super cool. Like,
did not know that.
Yeah. It's also antibacterial. It also helps increase circulation. So again, like that warming sensation that can happen. It has antioxidant properties. So it's really just like an overall wellness herb that you can use in the colder months. And I feel like with like all of the sicknesses that circulate in colder months, with just like our achiness and our feelings of like needing the rest and not being able to get the rest, this is a really good one to use. I just speak to like the older demographic. Like, how nice would it be for them to know these things? Like, Yeah.
I worked as a CNA for many years, so did you, where like if they had the option of having some rosemary tea, like oh, here we're gonna warm our body, support and help with your circulation and memory. Like everybody could benefit from this.
Absolutely, yeah. And we forget that before we had Western medicine, before we had modern medicine, humans were existing and thriving with just the foods and herbs that we had available. Like nature truly has all of the answers for us in some capacity.
It's mind blowing to me. You go to the communities that are, oh, what's the word? They're like, oh,
I wish I knew what you were thinking.
Out there, they don't have the technology. They're like
third world countries,
kind of, but just where maybe that's their lifestyle. Like they don't use any of the things like
modern.
Yeah, they're not using anything modern. They're still using this style.
Oh yeah.
They don't have bad teeth.
Right.
They don't have these other bacterial like things going on.
They're healthy.
They're healthy.
Yeah.
Because they're forced. We're not forced, like you said, to stay inside. Like if we want a salad and strawberries, we can go to the store and get them.
Right.
They're not. They're going outside of their hut or like and
whatever they have.
picking and living off the land.
Root, like because like the root vegetables, they're eating more meats, they're drinking the broths, they're doing stuff that was sustainable through the colder months. So then that way, like that's what our body, and that's genuinely why our bodies crave soup. Like,
yes,
I know it sounds so simple, but genuinely, you're cold, so we want the heat. Like, and in the summertime, when we're hot, we want the cold.
Yeah.
It just, that's a natural thing, but we don't realize the connection that that is making. Like, because nature has those easily accessible to us in the summer. We have access to root vegetables in the wintertime, like the squashes and like those kind of things. That's what you get. So, of course, our body needs that, right? Like, that just makes sense.
A squash soup sounds really good.
I know. I was just thinking that. Like, oh no, I kind of want that. All right.
Another herb, thyme.
Oh, yeah, thyme is another good one.
It's packed with a lot of vitamin C and powerful antimicrobial. Perfect for treating coughs, sore throats, or bronchitis.
Yeah.
Sore throat. That's you get that scratchy, and we're also used to like, what's in the medicine cabinet?
Yeah. Let me just take a cough drop.
Now, I have cleared, and it takes time. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, don't go home, throw all your stuff out. Like, I only need herbs. Yeah. Because it's going to be mind-boggling. It is. Start little baby steps. Like the next time you have a sore throat, if you just think like, oh, what was that herb? Okay, maybe I can try this. Yeah. And see how I feel. Yep. And
I agree. Marshmallow root is another good one for coating your throat.
Oh.
Yeah. And marshmallow root, literally, that's way back in the day. That's what people used to make marshmallows. You can literally make
well, now I'm going to.
Oh my God, please do it. Because
will.
I have been wanting to try it forever. It's like super simple to make a organic, healthy version of a marshmallow that can be used for medicinal purposes too. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay, all the listeners that are close, we're gonna have to have a hot chocolate marshmallow day.
Yeah, like where we use like cacao instead of like the store-bought hot chocolate, and we can do hot cacao and marshmallow root.
Hold me to it.
Oh yeah, Shade's gonna do it because she likes cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, sorry, we kind of like deviated, but like with time. Okay. I said marshmallow root because that's what came to my head for throat, and you talked about throats. Or like mullein.
Yes.
We should have added mullein to our list. I didn't.
But I'm sure same thing with the thyme. Teas are probably your
the best. Putting the thyme in your soup.
Yeah.
Rosemary and thyme in soup. I feel like that is just like a natural thing. You just throw a sprig in.
Yeah.
And call it a day.
Make yourself some tea while you're cooking your dinner, and then throw a little bit of that in your soup.
Tea, throw it in your soup. Yeah. Heck yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, everybody's kind of been on the turmeric train, so we don't go too much into turmeric, but obviously it's an anti-inflammatory. Turmeric can combat like the stiffness and the joint pain that we experience. That typically worsens in the cold weather months. And turmeric is like one of those all-purpose kind of remedies. It does a really great job of boosting your immune system. And I think that the anti-inflammatory properties of turmeric is probably like the most strongest component to why you should use it. And turmeric is tasteless. Like you can't taste turmeric. Freaking sprinkle that on everything. I put that on my chicken. I put it in my hamburger. Wherever I can sprinkle some in, I do.
Pretty too.
I know.
It is so pretty.
Yeah, we gravitate towards orange, so that also.
Peppermint.
Yeah.
I think this is probably a more known one that it can help soothe that digestive issues or headaches.
Yeah.
Its menthol content makes a good choice for relieving congestion and easy breathing.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll do that with anytime my son has a hard time breathing, I just tell him he loves hot showers, and then I'll just put drops of peppermint oil on the top of our shower just to kind of help with the
Boost it.
breathing. Yeah.
Yeah, and peppermint really does work amazing for headaches. I use like the peppermint oil doesn't affect like my skin, so peppermint is a hot oil, so you typically want to like use a carrier oil with it. But like I can put it right on my temples, and I'm like, okay, give it to me as fast as possible. Probably one thing though, for all of our listeners out there, peppermint is not one to take if you are nursing. Peppermint depletes your milk supply. So you
We don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that. So like obviously a little bit of peppermint here and there isn't going to do anything, but consistent and regular use of peppermint has been known to decrease your milk supply. All right, chamomile. So that one is really awesome. I think that the biggest thing that happens to us in the winter months in 2024 is that we struggle with going to sleep and having deep sleep because our minds never shut off, right? And we're just go, 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 go. Yeah. And it's dark at 5 o'clock. So like seriously. So like 200, 300 years ago, when it was dark, we went inside and we went to bed. Yeah. And our body knew now we're going to sleep. And we would sleep for longer durations of time because that's what our body needed in order to work appropriately for the colder months. Here we are in 2024. Most of everybody is just getting off of work. Our children are just going into sports and practices or meets or whatever it looks like. And then we have to get home. We still have to cook. We have to decompress from all of that insanity. So chamomile is a really good one. And it helps not only with sleep issues, but anxiety. And I don't think that a lot of people understand how beneficial it is for anxiety. Because they do equate chamomile with sleep. But like if you take it, it can help with anxiety as well. So that sense of comfort that you get for it, I think is really important. And it will help you take those soulful pauses. Yeah. Like even just something as simple as I have 4 minutes until my next meeting. I'm going to sit. Yes. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to take a couple of sips of my warm tea filled with chamomile and thyme and turmeric and whatever we have. And I think that even just taking those few moments and closing your eyes and sipping on it,
just saying, a cup, like how easy just to add that, getting those moments. Yeah. I'm gonna make one with mixing all of this and see how it tastes.
I think we totally could. Yeah. I think we would almost have everything between the apothecary shop and our essential oils that we have. I think we could totally do it. I mean, it would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, my new obsession that Vanessa made me is the golden milk.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Golden milk is super awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So we drink that at night, and I love drinking my golden milk at night and hot.
Yeah,
I like to drink it cold.
I drink it cold a few times, and I did drink some of it during the day because I was like, "This is delicious."
Yeah, but
and then I had it warm at night, and that was so nice. Like to just be laying in bed, got my book, and drink the tea, and it was delicious.
Have you tried giving it to your son?
No, because I drank it all really fast.
Yeah, so my kids really like golden milk.
I gave my mom some. She liked it. Edric probably would too.
I would imagine. Yeah. We'll put the recipe for that in the link. Our holistic health practices, we give a recipe for that. Yes. So we'll add that to both of our platforms, YouTube and Spotify. So then that way you guys can get the benefits of that. So we'll throw a couple of different recipes out there that Shade and I use that we know works really well, not only for ourselves, but for our clients. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just remember, give yourself plenty of grace. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling achy, if you're wondering why the heck you feel like you can't push through, it's generally because our bodies recognize that we're not supposed to. Mm-hmm. So give yourself grace. Take those soulful pauses. Incorporate some amazing herbs into your diet.
Take some time for yourself.
Yeah. Because you're worthy.
You are worthy.
You deserve it.
Thank you for
And
holding
have an
space with
amazing
us.
Monday.
This marks the
Bye.
end of
Bye.
another enchanting journey on the Wellness Witches Whimsy podcast. We hope today's episode has sprinkled a little magic on your day and empowered you with the insights to elevate your wellness journey, mind, body, and soul.
Remember, the path to well-being is both an ancient art and science, a blend of ancient wisdom and modern knowledge. So keep your wands ready and your potions brewing until we meet again. May your days be filled with health, happiness, and a touch of whimsy until our paths cross again in the realm of wellness and wonder.
Please note that the content provided in this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Always seek the advice of your physician with any changes you want to implement. The views expressed by the hosts and their guests are their own and should not be considered replacement medical advice.